Well, actually, in the first chapter, my mother actually drove us to the first concert.
Your mother drove you to the first concert.
Yeah, my mom drove me.
You wild man, Dwayne.
Yeah, I know.
Really?
It's crazy.
What did Mom do? Did she go to the concert?
Actually, it's funny because it's in the book, and I told the story a few times that we went to the concert, to the Whitesnake concert.
Yes.
We wanted to meet because Anthrax was opening. We were big Anthrax fans.
Oh,
we wanted to see Anthrax.
We were talking about Anthrax the other day.
Yeah, but we ended up going there really early. And my mom says, well, we're going to go to the show, to the theater, because Wawa doesn't have a theater, right? So to go into the show was a big deal for Wawa people.
Movie.
Yeah.
She was going to go to the movie house.
Yeah,
okay.
So we said, no, we're going to go to the castle, and we're going to bum around, and we're going to meet some famous people. And, we're going to, whatever, go on the bus and be cool. So my mother went to the show, and my mom ends up sitting with Anthrax. They were at the theater. They went to see the show.
Shut up.
Yeah, so we're wandering around the castle like 8 hours early, and
mom's
sitting with Anthrax boys.
That's awesome.
That there is a great story. I mean, you could stop right now. Well, I was telling the story. Have you seen the movie Calendar Girls?
No.
It's about the British older women that want to raise money for their group, and so they pose naked and it's a true story.
Okay.
So they eventually come over to America and go to Hollywood to have a photo shoot, and they're at one of the nice hotels in Beverly Hills or whatever, and one of them meets Anthrax,
really?
But they bring him over, and they're like,
Scott Ian from Anthrax.
I just met these nice young boys. They're in a band here. And it's funny because these are these older women, and they sit down and like, hey, how's it going? That was pretty funny.
Are these nice-looking women? Or?
Scott Ian is the guy with the pointy beard, right? Yeah.
He's married to Meatloaf's daughter, yeah.
He is?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I love the rock and roll stuff. Okay, so Mom takes you to your first concert. That was 1987 in Whitesnake.
Yes.
And they meet Anthrax.
Yep.
What did they say about meeting Anthrax?
You should have came with us. We went and saw Police Academy 42, or I can't remember what it was. And
that is
Anthrax are
hysterical.
cool. And there was no, it's funny, there was
Were
no.
they nice guys?
They were nice guys. There was no rock and roll. Like, they weren't like throwing stuff or drinking, or they didn't have groupies. They were just
nice young boys in a band.
Sitting around
we
watching.
We met the most lovely boys at the movie theater
They
today.
had a shirt just like you.
Didn't they get a little more popular in the later on in the early 90s than in the late 80s?
That was their that Among the Living tour. So they were starting to get a little bit of notoriety or whatever. But
all right, we're going to keep you till 11:30 this morning, so we got plenty to cover. But our next segment's going to be news. So I want to just jump around and make sure I don't miss stuff. Who, in your estimation, was the best act you saw at Castle Farms?
The best act I saw will have to be Ozzy, I guess.
And when did you see Ozzy?
In 1989.
All right. How many acts did you see there? How many times?
10 concerts.
You went down there 10 times.
Yep.
Any major injuries out of those 10 trips?
For me?
Anybody in the group?
No.
No, you guys went 10 times and escaped injury.
Well, there was a fender bender. There was
but no one lost a limb.
No, everyone brought back.
No one pulled out their own tooth.
No, everybody brought back all their parts.
God, that's boring.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we left some DNA in Michigan, no doubt about it. And vomit or whatever, but we didn't. Other than
I
that,
thought you meant something else.
We
left some.
Well, on occasion there was some.
Oi! Hey! We left some DNA in Michigan. That's the next book title.
DNA in Michigan.
We left our DNA in Michigan. Any fights?
Oh yeah, there was a riot at the Whitesnake concert. A bit of a
in '87 or later.
No, in '87.
In '87, little riot.
Little riot. They destroyed a guy's car, and we witnessed it all. And it was funny because we witnessed it all, and then my mom pulls up just after. So obviously we don't. Mom, we just saw a riot. we didn't tell her that. How was the concert? Oh, it was good.
It was great. There was some tomfoolery, Mom.
Yeah.
But it didn't involve Anthrax, those nice young boys. David Coverdale in Whitesnake, of course, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Did you ever get close to him? Or?
No, I wish. No.
Yeah. He dated crazy women, though.
Yeah.
Well, Tawny Katane, yeah. But that's a great video, though, because she was smoking.
Yeah, she's pretty cuckoo now.
Yeah, she went off and dated a guy from the Angels and beat him up.
Yeah.
So
she's nuts.
All right, one chapter in here, and we're going to bounce around.
Sure.
Lewd and lascivious behavior, the Scorpions, 1998.
Oh, awesome.
One of the big knocks against the Castle Farms experience was that it was rather rowdy.
It was rowdy, yes.
Drugs,
drugs,
fights.
A lot of drinking and driving.
Yeah.
And I think just that many people in a small town. Charlotte was not built to have 15,000.
Especially back then.
Yeah.
It was different.
And, occasionally the people are, a little rowdy, like I said, and maybe they don't follow the peculiar rules that go on in Charlevoix.
Do you lament that it's closed down and not doing that anymore, or do you understand why?
Well, I understand because I can relate it now to Wawa. Wawa was a small town, 4,000 people, right?
Yeah.
And we have an ice fishing derby there. And then,
of course you do.
And,
Yes.
and 1,000 people show up, and it's actually big. All Michigan,
yeah.
Minnesota, all these guys show up, whatever. And everybody starts, all these damn people in the way. And,
Right. That's
I
like
start,
here
get
for
off
Cherry
my damn
Festival.
lawn.
Yeah, right.
So
yeah.
I understand that, but when you're 17 or 18, you don't understand that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, but still, all the great acts that were there.
Oh, it's insane. Yeah.
It's just great. Now, where do you go for acts now? Where do you go for concerts?
Quaden has some good bands or whatever. But we travel. We've Grand Rapids, DTE,
Yeah.
Wisconsin. We've been around.
I've been to many concerts, and it's not my first day at the rodeo, and I really like DTE as a venue.
We had an interesting time at DTE, yeah, because we didn't know about the.
Well, that'll be included in the next
Yeah.
book, I Left My DNA in Michigan.
Yes.
What kind of tomfoolery did you get into there at Pine Knob?
Well, I took my kids, my two teenagers. I took them
Sweet.
to see Slipknot, and then there was I didn't know they throw mud there. Apparently, throwing mud is a cool thing to do. Whatever.
Really?
Yeah. So because it rained like the bejesus, whatever. It
Right.
rained. So then everyone rips up the lawn and throws it at you. So my daughter got hit in the face, and she had to go to the first aid thing to get the dirt out of her eye. Or whatever.
That's an awesome story, though.
Yeah, but
she tells that forever now.
She does, yeah. But I complained to because the security guard people there apparently are just older women with lots of rings. There's no one has a gun or nobody listens to anybody.
With lots of rings. But
Yeah.
wait a minute, you complained to the man?
I complained.
Mr. Core of the tomfoolery
I
at
did, yeah.
Castle Farms
Really?
went to
Yeah.
the man.
Sad. Yeah.
It's kids, man. It's
Yeah.
when you get kids and all that stuff. All right, Dwayne Roy is in studio with us this morning. We'll keep him till 11:30. We're talking about his book, Castle Stories, a rock and roll scrapbook. How long did it take you to write?
11
And
months.
research.
I think
and
it was
all that?
about 11
That's
months.
not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Very cool. All right, stay with us. This is the Vic McCarty Show. We'll be right back.